Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between TLO and Ptitdrogo on Dusk Towers. Alright, in the top side of Dusk Towers, we have the red Zerg player. It is TLO, representing Team Liquid. And in the bottom side of Dusk Towers, we have the blue Protoss player. It is Ptitdrogo, representing My Insanity. Isn't that logo great? I love it. It's a little stitched doll, eyes looking crazy. Yeah, I like it a lot. Alright, so before we go any further, yes, I have hit the 10,000 subscriber mark. Thanks to everybody who has subscribed, everybody who's ever shared a video on Facebook or Twitter or Reddit. I really appreciate every single one of you. And everybody who's hit that like button, I appreciate you as well. I will be putting out a video where I will discuss the winners of the 10,000 subscriber t-shirt giveaway. So look for that later this week, and best of luck to everybody. Alright, so it's a TV. Nope, there's no T here. A PVZ match here on Dusk Towers. Hatch first from TLO on this low ground, and Nexus first, actually, from Ptitdrogo. So pylon into Nexus for our blue Protoss player this day. Not taking any gas yet. Probably going to go for a gateway fairly soon. There it is. There's the gateway, and TLO, what is TLO going to do about it? Going spawning pool before extractor. So he might go for a hatch pool, hatch type play. We've seen this fairly frequently from Zerg players against Protoss especially, and yeah, it looks like he's saving up the minerals. There they go. Heading on back, going for that third hatch, which is good for him, considering Ptitdrogo is going to have 2 Nexuses up fairly shortly. And if TLO is stuck on 2 hatcheries of his own, that's not going to go well for him. So it's good he's getting that third hatch up and running. He is probably going to go for a bit of a gasless opening. At least thus far he has. He has enough minerals for gas, but instead choosing to use those specifically and only on drones to this point. He'll make a couple queens for base defense and some slowlings as well, but there's really nothing here for Ptitdrogo to actually cause him any trouble to this point. Cybernetics core is just now being built. So he should have a couple of adepts on the way here eventually, but did he just extractor trick himself? No, he got gas, then thought better of it. That was an interesting choice. How's our APM right now? About 280, 290 for these guys on average. Makes sense. None of TLO's crazy 2,000, 4,000 APM stuff. That was nuts. I don't know what was going on in those previous games, but none of that to be seen here. Cybercore going to finish. I have to imagine Ptitdrogo is either going to go for Stalkers or Adepts in this opening play. And what's it going to be? Adepts. 2 Adepts on the way, being chrono boost by both of the Nexus that are available here. 1 and 2. Chrono boost being used specifically for those Adepts. Going to head on out. The Overlord Scout sees exactly what is going on here. Sees exactly the chrono boost on both the Nexus. Recognize some, or both the gateways rather. Seeing what is happening, and he should be ready for it. I'd be very surprised if he is taken by surprise. 3 queens are on the way. I don't see any lings though. He doesn't really need to get them yet. There we go. Now it's going for 6 as the Adepts have begun to move their way across the map. So 8 lings with a couple queens at each base. 2 queens at least at the front door here should be enough to ward these guys off. Again, queens don't necessarily kill Adepts very quickly, but if they're being assisted by a few lings, that makes all the difference in the world for these queens. So here we go. Adept could pop up and actually snipe off that creep tumor if they wanted. And do they get it? No, they don't get it. Queens stabbing away at these Adepts. Psionic transfer is being used. Drones being pulled immediately. And there goes the psionic transfer over here. But there are lings in the way. Can they get pinned against the wall? Trying to get the pin. There's the pin. Can't go anywhere. The Adepts are going to die. 1. And can the next one die before it transfers? Yes. Gets both of them there. Well played by TLO. Well defended. Only 5 lings killed. No drones killed. Which is absolutely important for TLO to not lose any workers there, especially with the opening that he had. So good inject, and good inject. Keeping those injects going. Lings are heading on out. He doesn't even have speed for them, though. Nor is he researching speed. I wonder if he's just going to go for like a Roach Ravager type play. Maybe some Hydras with some Lurkers mixed in. Seen quite a bit of that with PvZ recently. Sentries taking down yet another Overlord. And by yet another Overlord, I mean their first Overlord. It is late. I gotta stop casting this late. Photon Overcharge used, and get the heck out of their lings. They do check for the 3rd Nexus. They see it's there. A 4th hatch should be coming up shortly. Amazing creep spread by TLO here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 creep tumors heading on out. A hive on the way, and an evolution chamber. Actually, where does he not have a Roach Warren, honestly? Is he just playing defense with slow lings to this point? He is. He has Spore Crawlers, because again, they're good against Phoenix, Oracles, and DTs. And I guess against Void Rays too, if you're worried about those. Ling's running around to make sure there's not a crazy fourth Nexus on the way, and there is definitely not. Here comes a Hallucinated Phoenix for the scouting purposes. Not much of that there. And double Stargate for Ptitdrogo. Possibly for a Phoenix Ball, possibly for Oracles, although it's a little bit late for Oracles at this point. But the Phoenix are very, very good against Zerg at this point in the meta of Legacy of the Void. Trying to stab away at this Hallucinated Phoenix, but it gets the scout off anyway. Spore Crawler takes it on out, finishes it down. And what higher tech does TLO have? Nothing. Is he going for a Hydra Den? Just straight up Hydra? He is. Just straight up Hydra Lurker here. No roaches at all. No speedlings at all. Can he handle this big Adept Ball, though, with just slow lings? I don't know. He's making 14 of them, which is a good number, but these Adepts might do a lot of damage. TLO has been kind of bypassing some steps. And here come the Adepts trying to punish this. Ling's right on top of it, getting absolutely massacred, but they are slowing the Adepts down. With this number, the Adepts can take down Queens. Don't even decide to Psionic transfer on in. 3 Queens and a ton of Lings come rocking on in, though. And now they might want to actually transfer. They're trying to kill as many of these Lings as they can, sticking themselves in this nice position where they can't get surrounded, and then heading on up to this base. The drones are running for their lives. Yeah, Ling's kind of slowly trickling in one by one, and they do have speed now. They've got Burrow, too, almost having Burrow there. So 3 drones have died. Drones actually attacking, fighting for their own lives here, but the Psionic transfer keeping these guys alive once again, killing more and more of these drones. Burrow, come on, TLO. Burrow your drones. You have Burrow. You just got it. I recognize you're not necessarily paying attention to that, but that's okay. And the Adept dies. So let's take a look at the tally. 10 Adepts killed for 8 drones, 29 Lings, and a Queen. I just don't know if that's worth it. I really don't. 1,000 minerals, 250 gas lost for Ptitdrogo, 1,400 minerals, and 0 gas lost for TLO to this point. Is this a Phoenix Ball? It is, in fact, a Phoenix Ball. Phoenix Ball killing Overlords. Run, Overlords, run. Get to the safety of a Spore Crawler if you can. They're not even trying over here. Not great. Not great at all. The Queens are trying to stab away. This is actually a goodly number of Queens. Might be able to do some damage here. Overlord, it does get taken down. Kabloop. Explodes. A bunch of drones getting killed here too. It's just they're so darn effective. This Phoenix Ball is big. Surprisingly large Phoenix Ball. Just finding so many Overlords to kill here. Is Liquid TLO going to be supply blocked anytime soon? It's going to be close. Going to be close with these 2 kills. And there's the supply block. Yep, 108 to 98. He's got to make some more Overlords now, and he is. But it's going to be in time. Warp Prisma heading out too. Ptitdrogo is being so aggressive with this build. First the Adepts, then more Adepts, then the Phoenix that are just running around, killing everything they can. These drones getting picked up and absolutely massacred. A Fungal does catch him there, but it's temporarily and doesn't do a whole lot of damage either. You really got to have a Fungal mixed in with some Queens or some Hydras to really do damage here. There's the Chain Fungal, though. 2 Phoenix do get taken down. However, there are still a bunch on the field. Still 6, which can be very, very effective. Hallucinated ones not as effective, but good at scouting. So they're going to see what? They're going to see a bunch of Spore Crawlers. That's good. I like the multiple Spore Crawler play from TLO. 4th base is up and running. So despite all of this, TLO has managed to get his 4th base up and going. Ptitdrogo is trying to go for his own 4th base as well, but it's going to be Archon, Zealot, Sentry for Ptitdrogo. Anything else here? Immortals? I guess there are Immortals on the way in that production tab. But TLO is up 70 to 66 Harvesters, despite all the harassment, despite all the dead workers. 18 dead drones. He is up in this match. He is playing well. This is one of the better games I've seen TLO play lately. And against Ptitdrogo, who's been very good lately as well, we'll have to wait and see. Getting that missile attack upgrade, getting Carapace upgrade. He's definitely going for a Lurker Hydra Ling type build. Is it the right composition against what we see here? I'm going to have to say yes. Zealots aren't very good against Lurkers or Hydras. Neither are Archons, and Immortals surprisingly bad too. So TLO manages to get there with enough units. He's going to be okay. Can the Lings get inside? Oh, there's a Zealot holding the wall. Can they get through the Zealot? No. No. Just running. Just actually trying to get out of there before they get absolutely massacred. Just trying to keep Ptitdrogo back in his own base. That is the entirety of this idea. TLO should be taking a 5th base of his own here some point. That's what the Phoenix here are checking for. Oh, no. Free Lurkers. Oh, doesn't see the free Lurkers. Doesn't see him. Busy chasing these Lings. And the Lings try to get us surrounded on an Archon. Does that ever happen? Does that ever work? I mean, he ends up with a ton of Ling kills, but they did get the Archon. So well done. Picking up more and more workers, especially ones on the gas. So useful. So useful to do that, to slow down this gas production. Because look, TLO is actually forgetting to replace the workers on this gas. That's going to slow down his gas intake, and Zerg players definitely need gas. Oh, full Warp Prism taken down there with the Fungal and the Hydras. Lifting the Lurkers now and killing them. Lurkers burrow, can't do it. There's a Fungal on top of everything, though. They're continuing to lift Queens. Queens dying, Lurkers dying. Not looking good for TLO, though. All right, he has a pretty big army. He's got the Fungal, he's got the Hydras, he has the Lurkers. He just needs a good compositional positioning against Ptitdrogo. Lings running around trying to get those counterattacks off. Anything to counterattack here. That that cannon is very, very well protected. Oh, snipes on the Templar would be amazing. Can he get it? One Templar goes down. All the Templar go down. Photon overcharge. Trying to kill the Lings, but not quite able to do it quickly enough. Trying to pick off what? Zealots? Yep, hitting the Zealots there. And going to kill 3 of them. Can they get it? Yes, they get the 3rd one there. Again, bringing the whole army back just with a few Lings. TLO's up 78 to 69. Total Harvesters does not have a 5th base quite yet. These Phoenix are still a huge problem. Ultra's on the way. I don't know how Ultras are going to work against Archon Immortal, though. I'm going to have to watch about that. Tempest coming out, too, for Ptitdrogo. Does he think there are Broodlords on the way? He might. He might be assuming Broodlord based on what TLO is doing, but nope. It looks like it's definitely going to be Ultra. Upgrades coming up here, too, for TLO, and here comes a big attack. Here come the Lurkers trying to burrow in. Great force fields, though. Spines are still coming out, though. Here come the Templar. Look out, Templar. What are you doing? Oh, the Templar getting sniped off a little bit carelessly. Ptitdrogo not babysitting his units as well as he would want to. And there are Tempests trying to snap stuff off, but no. So many Spines absolutely tearing through this 4th base. All the pylons end up dying very, very quickly here with the Spines trying to run a Neural Parasite being used. Neural Parasite on the Tempest. That's insane. Neural Parasite actually smashing his own stuff there. Phoenix trying to fly in here too, killing these Overseers, which is moderately useful, I suppose. Infested Terrans being tossed down. Can they actually kill stuff before they end up dead? Not really, no, but the Lurker count is a little bit too high here. However, lifting the Lurkers is pretty darn good stuff here too. Bunch of Lurkers still on the ground, but absolutely getting massacred by these Immortals, trying to kill as many as they can. Are the Immortals going to die first, or are the Lurkers? The lifting of the Lurkers, massively important there for Ptitdrogo. And TLO is rebuffed. Did he kill this base? He did not. 9 probes have been killed. That was pretty good. Neural Parasite, I feel like I was almost showing off. I would have rather seen TLO use that on some fungal growths, on some additional infested terrans. Those are pretty bad too. Yeah, I mean, infestors aren't what they used to be. That's for sure. A lot of Zerg players do lament that fact. Picking up more and more drones. See how these Phoenix are good just throughout the entire game? Absolutely great. Look at this. There's no static defense here at all. TLO completely skipped a Spore Crawler, and now he's going to lose 10 workers for absolutely nothing. And they scouted the Ultralisk Cavern, and the Ultras popping out. Alright, so Ultras mixed in. Is that going to be enough? Hydra is going to snipe down these Tempests. Look out, Tempest. Bad place. Wrong place. Wrong place to be. Oh, Mothership Core dies too. That's a good pickup by TLO. But Ptitdrogo should immediately replace that. He needs that Photon Overcharge to live. He needs it to live. Phoenix still are flying around here just killing stuff. No Spore Crawlers, no Corruptors at all. No accountability for these guys. There's going to be a Hydra Ultra combination. I like it. Coming in from the top side, coming in from the right side here too. The Tempest trying to smash stuff down. Storm on the Hydras. Excellent job. Just eating that whole storm were those Hydralisks. The Ultras are trying to get in here and kill stuff, but no, just absolutely getting torn apart by these Immortals with a +3 attack. 65 damage versus armored, and that's it. A GG from TLO. TLO is defeated, Ptitdrogo is victorious, and TLO has left the game. Well played by Ptitdrogo there. Again, that hold was incredible. I don't know how he did it. There were like 18 Lurkers lined up here. He had some Tempest, which was nice. The Immortals, I think, were the MVPs, though. 16 kills, 9 kills, 5 kills there on these guys. They absolutely tore through the Ultralisks. They tore through the Lurkers. The Hydras were no match. Storm was a good choice there by Ptitdrogo, and that's it. TLO tapped out. So that's it for me for our daily PvZ match. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. Very easy to find. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.